Hey basketball coaches and players, today I'm going to give you some fantastic plays that you could run with your team. Obviously, if you're running a short season like many different leagues are in the world because of course, COVID-19. So what we're going to talk about is some quick screen and roll plays, 5-out box offenses. Let's get down and let's check out these quick basketball plays that are super easy to learn. But really quickly, go check out my 5-out complete guide down in the description below. Okay, so what we're going to start with here is player 5 and 4. They're going to be screening down for the smaller players who are in the low post. We actually want our bigger players to be out on the elbows because of one reason. So when they go and screen down, obviously this is against a man-to-man defense, these players are going to be popping out. And then what we have from here, at least we hope, is that at least one of these players will switch. And if that's the case, we really want that ball to go to this side. So if we switch, then we want to have a pass over to this side. Player 4 needs to clear out. And now we have an isolation down in the low post for player 5 to have his way against a smaller defender. Now this is a fantastic play to run. This is something that you can literally run at any age, and when I was a player we ran this on my grade 7 and 8 basketball team, and we ran it all the way through high school as well. Now this play actually works in the 5-out as well, so you could literally run this play a couple of different ways. So you could run it in the 5-out, where you could have obviously 5 players on the outside of the 3-point line, and player 5 is going to screen down and 4 is going to screen down for those smaller players. And now what we are hoping for again is for one of those players to switch. Obviously, these two players are going to be running up to the free throw line extended, and we're going to be passing the ball, or at least the point guard's going to be trying to figure out which players switched. And let's say, for example, we had this player who switched and this player who didn't. We would want to try and get that ball to that side so we can pass down, clear out, and then we would have a nice isolation, a big player against a small who should be able to have a nice one dribble move to the basket. Now, if you're a player who is looking for some quick one dribble moves, definitely check out my channel. I've got quite a few videos on that. Also, if you're running a 3-out, 2-in offense, which is when you've got 3 players on the outside, this play works for this as well, where you've got the 2 bigs screening down for the 2 smalls who are popping up, and again passing to whichever side that isolates, or switches on that player, and again isolation in the low post. Nice simple moves, or plays, both actually. Now, another simple box offense that you can set is you could have whatever side your biggest player is on, that's the opposite side that's going to be screening. So these players are going to be popping over and screening for these 2 players. So when this happens, we are going to be having a side screen on both of them. Player 3 is going to be popping up towards this free throw line extended, and then we're going to be having player 5 go down towards this low block. Now there is a secret behind this. So we want that ball to go to player 3. We also want that ball to go to player 5. If player 3 has an open shot, he can take it. If player 5 has an open shot, he needs to take it. But after these screens happen, I want to see player 2 setting a screen for player 4. And player 4 has a decision. He can cut towards the basket, or he can pop out for a 3-point shot. The reason for this is because now player 5 is isolated. If he gets forced underneath the basket, he could go and pass out to player 4 for the 3-point shot. Now this is more of something that will be beneficial at the older age groups, but at the younger age groups where we have a screen and he can cut towards the basket, basically what this allows you to do is now have a nice open layup on this side. It needs to be an alley-oop or a bounce pass. Now, another great box offense that you could run is called Go Green, or at least we used to call it Go Green. I don't know why we called it that, so don't ask me why. But we're going to have a sandwich screen up top, which means that both player 5 and 4 are going to be setting a screen on either side of player 1. That way, player 1 has a decision to go left or right. At the same time, we're going to be having player 2 and 3 pop out towards the corners. And now, what's going to happen when we set those screens and we open up essentially the key, we want player 1 to attack one of the sides and then attack the basket. The reason for this is because now what's going to happen is player 1 is going to try to fight through. We may have a deep hedge on player 5 red, which could allow player 5 to be open for the 3-point shot, but with the attacking of the key, this could collapse player 2 as a help defender, which case leaves player 2 open for a 3-point shot, or this could be coming from the other side, in which case you could just do a hammer style pass out to player 3 for a 3-point shot or a mid-range shot as well. Now, something similar could work in a 5-out style offense as well. You have a screen on either side. Player 1 could then go either direction and attack the rim. And again, same thing. You're just spreading out the offense without having to move out at the same time. Definitely go check out my 5-out offense. And that book can be found down in the description below. It's going to run you through a whole bunch of different sets from the basic and then all the way advanced to the professional side of the 5-out. Definitely go check it out. If you're running or thinking of running the 5-out, it's going to give you every single option that you could run, and you can combine them together. It's fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I wish you all the luck in your upcoming season.